That's all I can ask you sometimes. It's just, ain't he good? Ain't God been good to you? Well, for me, the answer is yes, all day, all the time. And you too, really. All of us, have moments where it's not going to go our way. And all of us are going to have times where we're going to have some major, major disappointments in life. But see, this is not the time to blame God. And so many people look at it like that. If God is up there, why would God allow this to happen to me? Well, that's because, man, we're involved in this thing called life. And God never promised anybody that life would be easy. He never promised anybody that life would be, if you came to him, that it would be a carefree ride. He never said that anywhere. There's nowhere in scripture, man, that your life would never ever have problems or setbacks. Because that is what life is. Life is full of challenges, and especially if you're trying to accomplish something. I heard a friend of mine told me in DC the other day, he said the road to success is always under construction. I just busted out laughing because, man, I can't tell you how true that is. The road to success is always under construction. It's always got barrels set up. It's always got detours on it. It's always got the men at work signs. It's always got to stop, slow down, dangerous curve ahead. So, that is the way it is. So God never promised us that there would not be these things in front of us, these challenges. What he did promise us is that he would help us get through them, that we would survive them all, and we would come out better for it. And no matter what happened to us, he would see us through. He promised us, and this is what he does. See, this is the relationship with God, y'all. This is what the deal is. It's so that when it pops off, you can handle it better. And that when you come under attack, see, everything ain't God testing you. Sometimes God tests you. Sometimes people just take it upon themselves to try you. Sometimes Satan he busy 24/7. Sometimes he send people for you. Some people come and you just minding your business and here they come. Whatever the case may be, God is there so that when you get tested, when you are tried, that you will win. And it don't always look like you winning every day. Some days it looks like, man, that cat right there going through it, and people can see it. Man, they going through it. Boy, they attacking him. Some people pile on your wagon with the attacks. Well, since everybody else is doing them, let me join in and do them too. Don't know you, but just gonna do you because everybody else is doing you. It's a popular thing now. Since everybody else is attacking, we gotta attack too, because that seems to be the popular thing to do. I don't know what didn't happen to us as a society, but it has a lot. Well, let me just go on and give you my opinion. Ever since we took prayer out of schools, there's just some crazy stuff been happening. I guess that explains what's happening with the schools now. You take prayer out to schools, what you want to come in there. So anyway, long story short, so when it seems the popular thing to do to attack, but what God does is God helps you survive it. God helps you walk through the fire without getting burned. That's Isaiah 43:1-2. That's one. I memorized this one because I came under severe attack myself and my family, and I watched him as people were heaping stuff on myself and my family that don't even know me, man. I was just going somewhere and all of a sudden somebody rolling their eyes at me that don't even know me. People that used to speak to me quit speaking to me, and I was just going, okay, what is this about? But through all of that, all of it, God walked myself and my family through the fire, and we didn't get burned. Because after he got us through it, that incredibly that incredible test we had to go through, after we came through it, man, it looked like we was never on fire, but we was walking in a room that was full of flames. But now God did not promise me. He said that you can walk through the fire and you will not get burned. And then he promised me that when it was over with, there wouldn't even be any soot on me. So it wouldn't even look like that I've been in a fire. But see, what he did not promise in that verse was when you were walking, that it wasn't going to feel scorching hot sometimes. He didn't say that the sweat wasn't going to be rolling off your head. He didn't say that you wasn't going to be uncomfortable. He just said, I'm going to walk you through the fire and you won't get burned. You know, it can be extremely hot in the room without you getting a 3rd degree or 1st degree burn. You know. So that is the promise that God has made to us. And that is the one that we got to lean on. And you know, and it helps us in so many ways. I was talking to a young man this weekend in DC about making a decision about his future. This guy had a marvelous talent, man. This guy was taking some pictures, man. I didn't even know how he could have got the shots. I've been on stage 27 years and hadn't seen these shots of me from these angles. And I was complimenting the guy. He was saying that on his job, that people were saying, wow, why are you even here? You're absolutely incredible. Why are you here? And he was going on and on and on about it. And we were talking about it after the show and his abilities. And I was just amazed at it. And then someone said to him, don't quit your job right now. You got to wait for the right time. And so I let the person say what they was going to say, because it's not my business all the time to correct people. But I had such a disagreement with that statement. And so the young brother and I were talking a little bit later, and the subject came up again. And I just reminded him, if you're waiting on the right time to quit your job, to pursue your dreams and your passions, and fulfill your life's destiny, to finally get started in that business that you've always dreamed of starting. If you're waiting on the right time, the perfect time, you're probably going to be waiting for a long time. Because I've never seen the perfect time to quit come along. I've never seen the perfect time to walk away from what people think is security. See, what is required at this time is what you've heard people say it before. It's called a leap of faith. Sometimes you got to jump off that cliff. Now, when you say that to people, go jump off a cliff, man, that don't sound too exciting to too many people. It don't sound exciting to me. But that leap of faith is required. If you're ever going to see what God really has for you, you're going to have to step out on faith on more than one occasion in your life. Because another thing about success is, in order to become successful, you have to do a series of things that you're uncomfortable with. And jumping off that cliff and leaving the security of a paycheck or stepping out into the unknown, that's a very difficult decision. But ain't that what faith really is, though, y'all? Faith is the belief in things that we cannot see. That's what faith is. That is the only way that God can really move in your life and give you the things that he really got for you, is if he know that you're stepping out and you're trusting in him and only him. Not in your paycheck, not in your boss.